It's action, adventure, and beauty with that all-American girl, Wonder Woman. Tonight at 6 on Channel 48.
Well, Gavin, the truth of the matter is, there's more to our lovely dancer than meets the eye. She's not only fast on her feet, she's also very good at sleight of hand.
What the hell are you trying to say?
I can put it in one sentence. Martine Duval is a criminal, a thief.
You think she stole from you because she accepted room and board?
Oh, well, that's another kind of larceny, but we won't even mention that now.
Or is it this?
No!
The little trinkets that you showered on her to keep her happy and content.
I'll give it back to him. I'll give it back everything.
I'm not talking about this kind of gift. Martine knows what I mean. I'm talking about the sort of gift that one gives oneself.
You swore to me you would never speak about it again. Not to me, not to anyone. You swore!
That was my gift to you, too, Martine. My silence. But do you know that line in Hamlet? Rich gifts prove poor when givers prove unkind.
What about when givers turn out to be takers or leg breakers?
Oh, you got that all wrong, Mr. Wily. You really shouldn't have made that accusation against me. It hurt my feelings.
Go on, Martine. Why don't you say something? Why don't you tell your dance master that it's all wrong, that I'm just a foul-mouthed liar trying to get you in trouble? You did notice that, Gavin, didn't you? No angry denials, no shouts of liar. That should prove something to you.
What is it? What does he mean by this?
I'll tell you, but not now, please.
Why not now? Why don't you tell him that he's a liar? Why don't you go slap him in his sneering face?
Go on, Martine. Show Gavin how wrong I am.
Martine! Martine!
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Dawn. Dawn takes grease out of your way. And now Dawn has a new fresh scent. And by Comet, the cleanser that disinfects as it cleans.
What one family can do to a bathroom, and it's not just the dirt, it's those bathroom germs. So I don't just clean, I cometize.
See, Comet disinfects as it cleans, so it wipes away the dirt and the germs.
That's cometized. Comet even kills up to 99% of toilet bowl germs. That's cometized.
Comet with Chloranol. So effective, nothing cleans and disinfects bathrooms better.
So don't just clean your bathroom. Cometize.
Start out his day in a special way. Be there at 3 on the dot. Put in new ribbons when you braid her hair. Little things mean a lot.
The little things I do for my family really do mean a lot. So I care about everything that touches our lives, like white cloud.
White cloud?
Uh-huh. I can't buy a softer bathroom tissue.
So?
Well, white cloud's more than soft. It's made of 2 full, fluffy plies. And you know 2 are more than...
1.
And watch this. See?
Wow.
White cloud's the most absorbent. Softness, fullness, and absorbency. They're all little things that add up to white cloud quality for this family.
Mom.
White cloud, because little things mean a lot.
Well, come on. Why don't you finish your bedtime story?
Ask Martine yourself. At bedtime. It's all right, Panther.
After what you've done, I'm not about to let you hit and run.
Oh, it was Martine who did the running, or hadn't you noticed?
That's just because she was sick of looking at your face. She was tired of hearing all the lies.
You still, believe it's a lie, don't you? Well, I really can't blame you. That's natural, Gavin. I don't know if I'd believe it myself if I didn't know it to be true. But one learns. One grows up. One meets people. One learns that appearances are deceiving.
What the hell did she do? Steal a loaf of bread?
Martine's hunger was greater than that, but why don't you ask her yourself? I know you won't believe me.
I don't believe you now. You're just sore that she finally had the sense to leave you.
Ask her about Paris, Gavin. Ask her about the party where we met. Ask her about the company she kept. Ask her about that year in Europe, how she made her living. Come on, Gunther, let's go. I've got places to go and people to see. Gunther.
This is where her flight departed. Almost 2 weeks ago. Presumably, Nancy stood where we're standing right now, waiting to board. At this point, I'm beginning to wonder if she did board that plane at all.
Look, Mike, just because the clerk at the gate couldn't remember her...
All those people in San Francisco were only too eager to describe Nancy. But when you come right down to it, what were they describing? A woman with Nancy's coloring, wearing a bracelet that fit the description of the one I gave her at Christmas time.
But, Mike, we both know that normally people aren't that observant.
Exactly. People aren't that observant. So that leaves room for doubt, doesn't it? Before there wasn't any doubt.
What about the ticket, Mike? It was used.
It might have been used by somebody else.
And the jewelry? You said it was one of a kind.
That's what I was told. That doesn't mean it's true. Jewelry can be copied the same way fashions are copied.
Possibly.
And it's also possible that Nancy never went to San Francisco.
Mike, do you realize what you're doing? You're raising another set of questions.
All right. It doesn't alter the fact of her disappearance. But it might lead the search in a new direction.
Maybe.
I know you're skeptical, Draper, and I don't blame you. Just the same, I'm going to go to Mallory with this. Even though the San Francisco police called off the search, we could start it again right here.
Mike, look, I don't want you to be disappointed again. Mallory may think no more of this scheme
than you do.
I'm sorry.
That's all right, Draper. That won't discourage me. Let's find a phone. I want to talk to Mallory.
Your table's ready, Bernie.
Thanks, Sid. We better read. I'm running late.
Oh, well, how about that? It fits, huh?
Who belongs to all those clothes up in the closet? They can't be Ginger's.
No, my last tenant let them. She skipped town without paying her bill and left me with a suitcase full of dirty clothes.
Oh, sounds familiar.
That happens all the time. The world is full of deadbeats. Anyway, I washed all the stuff, and you're welcome to use any of it you want, although I don't really think it's your style.
Well, like I said, I didn't come with any clothes, but I'll have to go out.
Hey,
and pick
look,
up.
if you need some money, I can give you in advance.
Thank you. That's very kind of you, but, well, I did bring a few dollars with me, and of course I have the old trustee credit cards.
Ah, God bless the child that has its own. Anyway, I'm glad the uniform fits, and I want to thank you for offering to help me out.
Well, I certainly hope I don't mess things up for you.
No, you'll be fine. You'll add a little class to the place. Maybe bring in a nicer type of customer.
Oh.
Hey, Sid.
Not yet, however.
Hey, what goes on here? Look at you.
I fired your friend's girlfriend, that's what.
Yeah, Ginger's gone?
Yeah, Ginger's gone, and June has taken her place until I can find somebody permanent.
What do you know? Sharkey ain't gonna be too happy about that.
Well, that's too bad about him.
Yeah, well, the shark's nose may be out of joint. But me, I think it's terrific.
My family, they're real meat and potato men. But when I make baked potatoes, sometimes I feel my boys would rather have French fries. Then I found Orida country-style dinner fries, extra thick and meaty like baked potatoes, but fun to eat like French fries. So now instead of baked potatoes, I serve big, hearty Orida dinner fries.
Mom, got any sour cream?
When it says Orida, it's Orida.
Okay, campers, this morning we're going to try Life Cereal and Cinnamon Life Cereal. They're both good for you.
Good for you? I bet they taste yucky. Yeah, both of them.
Eat up, men.
He likes it.
Life Cereal and Cinnamon Life. Nutritious you know, delicious they know.
Bet your mine tastes better than yours.
Yeah, it really is a break for me. Just remember who saw you first. Shark, he thinks he's got a lock in every car-hopping waitress in this town. Not this time, right?
I'm only working here for a couple days.
Well, it's his night out. He'll probably be here tonight. That doesn't mean it's his turn with you. You understand me?
What makes you think I want to take turns with either one of you guys?
You just stay away from Sharkey. You got it?
Oh, you're so good at giving orders. Why don't you just give me your lunch order?
Yeah, right. I'm gonna have a vegetable soup. A bowl, not a cup. And then I'm gonna have a ham and cheese on rye with mustard, side of slaw, couple of pickles, bottle of beer.
Mustard, pickles.
Oh, yeah. Save me a slice of your cherry pie.
Hearty appetite.
I'm always hungry after a night like last night. We really had a ball, didn't we?
Well, I'm surprised you remember anything about last night.
Last thing I remember was passing out on that hospital bed. How about you? Sharkey says you got worried you beat it out of there.
I got worried. Sharkey was the one who got worried when some old doctor heard some noise and started banging on the door.
Yeah, that's old Doc Featherstone, and we both could have got canned last night.
I thought you said he was deaf.
Well, I guess he's not as deaf as he says, huh? Anyway, Sharkey had to do some pretty fast talking.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
see you later.
Whatever happened to Ginger?
Ginger, I got her out of there. It'd have been hell to pay if the old man would have found her there. So, how about you? How'd you get out?
Oh, thank you for asking. I snuck down the back stairs and I walked.
Oh, ain't that too bad? What the hell? It's all part of the fun, huh?
Is that it? Well, you won't catch me back there in quite a long time.
Yeah, well, we ain't gonna be partying there for a while. You know, we can't take any more chances.
Yeah. Look, I better go get your lunch.
Hey, wait a minute. Second thought, I don't want that ham and cheese. Let's make it hot pastrami instead, huh? Nice and thick.
Thick. Okay. Could I ask you a question?
Sure.
Last night when I was trying to get out of the hospital, I opened up one door. I didn't know it was a patient's room, and I...
Oh, don't tell me you woke up the guy Kincaid. He must have blew his top. You know, that guy's really got a temper, I'm telling you.
No. It wasn't a man. It was a woman, and she was all wrapped up in bandages. Do you know anything about her?
Me? Yeah. No, I never even been in that room.
Why not?
That's Sharkey's patient, you know, some kind of charity case.
Charity?
Yeah, that's right, charity.
I don't know. She seemed very strange to me. Sure you don't know anything about her?
The clothes some of these wealthy women wear. What's the matter with you, Mrs. Carr?
Do you really have to ask?
Oh, please be quiet. You're making me nervous.
I am sorry.
You slept soundly enough this morning?
Because I slept so badly last night.
Well, we'll just have to take care of that now, won't we?
Oh, someone please help me.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. Very sorry.
Now, that should relax you, Mrs. Carr.
Was that a dream? Or did I really see someone?
Babysitting means sitting. Oh, come on, Grandma.
Lillian Kimmel is pooped. She needs Coast deodorant soap, the eye-opener. No other soap refreshes like Coast with its exhilarating scent. No soap has bubblier lather. Coast brings you back to life.
Now that's what we call cutting a rug.
Bring yourself back to life with Coast, the eye-opener.
I smell flowers.
New dishwashing liquid.
Oh, fresh. But for that grease, you'll need Dawn.
Wrong. New fresh scent, Dawn.
Watch. Half a cup of grease added to dishwater. Dawn breaks up grease, surrounds it, takes grease out of your way, helps keep it from settling back.
Dishes don't feel greasy.
Or my hands.
No flowers, huh?
Dawn takes grease out of your way.
And now, it smells even better.
I supervise the Stewart family savings. Not easy, because I want what's right for my family. And that means quilted Pampers for Andy. I've tried almost every diaper made. You know, for the same money, you just can't buy a drier diaper than Pampers. Look, Pampers lining is quilted. It helps keep wetness away from baby's skin.
Andy, if your mom could make diapers, she'd make Pampers.
Quilted Pampers. For the same money, you can't buy a drier diaper.
I don't know why you're complaining, Mrs. Carr. You had a nice walk this morning.
Oh, it was lovely.
Well, maybe it was too much for you. I told Dr. Bryson he might be rushing you.
You talk about me as if I'm an invalid.
Well, you haven't exactly been in the best of health now, have you?
Well, you know exactly why. Because you keep me drugged. I'm helpless.
For your own protection, Mrs. Carr, as we've told you.
Your protection, Mrs. Bryson.
Please, don't argue with me. If you make things difficult, I will have to leave you alone, and you know what that means. Your face will be bandaged.
Yes, I know that. Was the operation successful?
Who told you about the operation, Sharkey? Or was it Dr. Bryson? They both talk too much.
How is Mr. Gideon?
I don't think that's any of your business.
Oh, I happen to think that it is, because he's the reason I'm in this place, because I had the misfortune of seeing him in here.
Yes, it was a misfortune for all of us.
I am so sorry. So sorry.
Yes, I think you should be.
Have you any idea how long it'll be before Mr. Gideon will be able to leave?
That depends. Some patients heal faster than others.
Can't you give me any idea? Time?
I would say about 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
I suggest that you drop this conversation, Mrs. Carr, both with me and my husband. We are simply doing what has to be
My
done.
bracelet. What have you done with my bracelet?
Excuse me, Mrs. Carr. I have to get some fresh
Where's my
gauze.
bracelet?
You won't need your bracelet. Our patients don't wear jewelry.
Mike. Oh, my darling.
Derek, that would explain it. That would completely explain why the police reached a dead end in San Francisco.
Of course it would, Mike. No doubt about it. But just the same.
I know. You're going to give me the same argument I got from Draper. That no matter where Nancy disappeared, the fact is she's gone.
No, that's not what I was going to say. But obviously, if we had reason to believe that she was in Monticello or in Chicago or Springfield, for that matter, we'd make our inquiries there.
That's exactly what I'm suggesting. That we reopen the search, but right here.
Mike, what do you want me to do?
Start with your own department. Find out if there's been a report about a woman answering Nancy's description.
You mean an unidentified victim of an accident or an attack?
Yes. That's something we haven't done. Not in this town.
Mike, I did that. Very first day Nancy disappeared.
All right. What about the hospitals? They haven't been checked out?
Every day I get a report about every unidentified patient in every hospital in Monticello. There's been nobody even resembling Nancy's description in the past 2 weeks.
Are you positive?
I'll show you the reports.
No, I don't want to see them. I'll take your word for it. That still doesn't mean that we couldn't do what the police in San Francisco did. Print up posters with Nancy's picture. Talk to people. Get the widest possible dissemination.
We've been getting widespread coverage, Mike, in all the press, and we're still getting it.
Derek, will you help me?
Trust me, Mike. I'm doing everything I can.
Chief, phone call from San Francisco PD, a detective named Kemmer.
Yes, Detective, this is Chief Mallory.
Just thought you'd want to know this, Chief. We've got another clue in that disappearance case. It's something one of our officers spotted on his beat, down near the Mission District. Not the best part of it either. All right, what is it? It's a bracelet. It seems to fit the description of the one belonging to Mrs. Carr.
It's the bracelet.
Have you got it there? Can you describe it to me?
Well, it's jade beads with a gold initial.
That sounds like it, all right. Will you hold on 1 second, please? They found it, Mike, in San Francisco.
I don't believe it. Derek, maybe this just proves there are other bracelets like Nancy's. Please, let me talk to her.
Chester for Carpet Fresh. As the one who's closest to the carpet, I'd like to share some of my thoughts with you about a great rug and room deodorizer, Carpet Fresh. It keeps your carpet not only smelling cleaner, but looking cleaner too. Just look at the difference between a rug that was vacuumed regularly with Carpet Fresh and one that wasn't. Remember, Carpet Fresh keeps your carpet not only smelling cleaner, but looking cleaner too. And I wouldn't think that on television if it wasn't true.
Lawrence Henderson exposes the French connection.
The French connection?
French fries and Wesson oil.
What's the connection?
Wesson is the secret of great tasting French fries. Crisp and delicate outside, moist inside.
Why Wesson?
Wesson forms a quick crust that seals in flavor.
That's why Wesson fries taste crisp and delicate outside, moist inside.
You got it.
And I plan to keep it.
Wesson, the secret of great tasting French fries.
Is Lamont soon destined for fatherhood? Find out tonight when his Uncle George leaves him an inheritance, but only if he has a son within a year on Sanford and Son at 7. Then, after 5 years of suffering Archie's snarling insults, Mike and Gloria finally declare Independence Day when they announce they're moving on All in the Family tonight at 7:30 on Channel 48.
Detective, this is Mike Carr, Mrs. Carr's husband.
Yes, Mr. Carr. I believe we met briefly when you were out here.
Yes, we did. About that bracelet. How can you be sure it's the one I described to you?
Well, it sure looks like the one.
Oh, what about the initial? There should be a gold initial on it.
Well, yes, sir, there is. But it's broken there. Our people think it might have happened in a struggle.
Never mind that. Look on the underside of it. Is there any inscription?
Well, I don't see any.
I knew it. It's not the one.
Oh, no, wait a minute. It's all twisted around here. Yes, I can see one now.
What does it say?
It says M to N. Mr. Carr?
Yes, would you please send it to us for final identification? Thank you.
Martine?
I couldn't stay outside. I had to come back.
I told Sky to go to hell. I told him not to come back here anymore with his lies. He didn't give me any argument. He knew he had no more to say. So he left.
It's true, Gavin. I don't know why I thought Sky would remain silent. He had no reason to now. I am a thief.
Perfect. Con, look at this.
A fan?
Yeah, it gets odors out of the bathroom. Watch this. It works! It works!
What works in the bathroom is Lysol spray, cleans odors right out of the air.
But my fan!
Your fan doesn't kill germs on surfaces. Lysol does.
No fan.
No need. To get rid of odors, we've got Lysol disinfectant spray. Can't run a home without it.
Maybe I'll start my own fan club.
Fernando, did you make these? No, Father. They are Tostitos brand tortilla chips. You made them so light and crispy. I didn't make them. Delicious. How did you do it, Fernando? I bought them. Tostitos. They have an authentic tortilla taste because they're made from stone ground corn. Made by who? My friends at Frito-Lay. Some friends. They should call them Fernandos. Tostitos, an authentic tortilla taste.
Join us Tuesday night for more movie with fewer commercials when Yul Brynner and Trevor Howard star in The Long Duel. An archaeologist becomes embroiled in the trouble of a nomadic people. Now stay tuned as Nancy Walker and Abe Vigoda join the crew aboard the Love Boat next on Channel 48.
This is Field Communications in Philadelphia.
The boys of Ranch Hope for Boys need your help. And for your help, they would like to send you the Ranch Hope story on cassette. For a tax-deductible gift of $5 or more, you will receive this entertaining narration by the Reverend Dave Bailey, founder of the ranch.
Hillbilly